Hello all and welcome back. This time it's 2021 and part 2 of the COVID years. We start with Price winning the world title versus Gary Anderson in the final. The world sadly was still in disarray, but the show must go on. And with darts, it certainly did.
That England will once again enter a period of lockdown tonight, to be enforced by law from the early hours of Wednesday morning.
Q School brought some big names earning tour cards, including Martin Schindler, Adam Gavlas, Andrew Gilding and Alan Soutar. But none bigger than the return of a legend as Raymond van Barneveld returned to the professional game. And so to the first event of the year, the Masters. And with the Premier League last spot not announced, the Masters would determine that last spot. Jonny Clayton started his campaign with a tight last leg decider win versus Jose de Sousa. Up next for him was Michael van Gerwen. And another fantastic last leg deciding victory.
We'll be at 8-8.
Oh, it was a real nail biter. Far, maybe one day that I'll have to give up my job, because maybe if I ever get into the Premier League, you know, the time then is totally different. You haven't got that much time at home, so...
It's as if he knew he would follow that up with a 10-9 win versus James Wade.
Clayton. Oh, what a finish from Jonny Clayton!
And then an 11-10 win versus Peter Wright as he won every game on the way to the final in a deciding leg.
Match. Yes, there it is! Jonny Clayton has done it again!
And with Mervyn King also making the final, it was clear whoever won the match was in the Premier League.
Here he goes now. Yes, there it is! And Jonny Clayton is the Masters champion.
Clayton would win 11-8 in the final to clinch his first major title, and with it his place in the Premier League. The most incredible tournament victory with 4 last leg deciders and the start of the greatest starting year of his life. March brought the UK Open, sadly for the fans still behind closed doors as Luke Humphries made his first major final. But the inevitable James Wade would beat him to take his third UK Open title.
And double three! And the 2021
makes it a hat-trick of UK Open title.
James Wade!
Premier League up next, and a year full of stories. Gerwyn Price withdrew due to testing positive for corona. Defending champ Durrant would finish bottom with no wins as his slide continued, and surprisingly, 2 debutants made the final for the second year in a row as Jose de Sousa and Jonny Clayton made the final. Clayton wrapping up victory versus Michael van Gerwen with the now infamous Clayton special, a 1-2-1. And de Sousa cruising past Nathan Aspinall. And it was Clayton who won the final for his second major of the year.
And it is! Go, Jonny!
July up next, and as we all start eating out to help out, crowds return to the world of darts. Peter Wright turned it on to average 104 over the tournament to win his first match play title.
And he's done it! Peter Wright is the world match play.
Wright would follow that up by partnering John Henderson at the World Cups. Henderson stepped in after Gary Anderson withdrew, and boy did he make the most of it as some brilliant performances led Scotland to the title.
And Scotland, the brave darts, sit on top.
September also brought the Nordic Darts Masters in Copenhagen. Fallon Sherrock would win her first game, and after Gerwyn Price withdrew, she would face Dimitri Vandenberg in the semi-finals. Dimi would go 9-3 up, but Fallon launched an incredible comeback. 9-3 became 9-4, 9-5, 9-6. Dimi made it 10-6, but missed 3 darts at double for the match. Vandenberg missed more match darts before this 101 levelled the game at 10-all.
To get one, to level it up.
And Fallon wrapped it up in the decider to win and make the final.
Unbelievable!
Her opponent was Michael van Gerwen, and despite going 6-3 up, Michael van Gerwen would be too strong as he won his first title in a long time.
To win the title, Michael van Gerwen.
What a TV run for Fallon though. October brought the Grand Prix, and that man Jonny Clayton made another final, this time against his best mate Gerwyn Price. Clayton blew Price away as he smashed him 5-1 in an incredible performance.
for the championship. Tops. Jonny Clayton with a 116 finish.
Clayton had 3 majors. The Euros would give Michael van Gerwen a chance for his next major, but Rob Cross had other ideas as he came away with the Euro title.
Now to take this championship, he only needs one.
World Series up next, and yes, it was that man again as Jonny Clayton won yet another major TV title. That's 4 for the year now.
So here we go. For the title, Jonny Clayton.
The Grand Slam was next, and possibly the greatest version of the tournament yet. Fallon Sherrock made her debut and won 5-0 v Mike Decker, and then in her last group game v Gabriel Clemens, she needed to win. And when 3-1 down, she needed a miracle.
Look at this! Sherrock at double 18!
1-4-1 to start with, as she fought back to 4-3 and had to win the last leg to go through. She needed 170.
A 170! Look at this! Fallon Sherrock continues to break the barriers!
Incredible. She went on to win the game and make it through the group, where she would face Mensur Suljovic, and with their history, she fancied it. She started well with 2 ton-plus checkouts.
54 for Bull. Oh my. Bullseye!
And then blew past Suljovic to set up a quarter-final versus Peter Wright.
And Fallon Sherrock is in 2.
Fallon would average 98, but ultimately lose 16-13 to Peter Wright. A great tournament for Fallon Sherrock.
It got a lot easier there. For the match. That is the match.
Gerwyn Price would join Peter Wright in the final and be too strong for a tied Wright to win yet another Grand Slam title.
Is the title Gerwyn Price?
Ted Everts became World Youth Champion by beating Nathan Rafferty.
Ted Everts on the verge of victory, and Ted Everts.
PC finals next as Ryan Searle made his first major final versus Peter Wright, and it went all the way to a decider, and Searle hit 177 to leave himself sat on 24 for the championship. But Peter Wright took it out to seal the win and break the heart of Ryan Searle in an incredible game.
Fabulous! Great darts! Peter Wright showing astonishing bottle. Sporting.
And so, to the World Championships. Quite the first round, as Willie Borland did this to win his match in a last leg decider.
Stints. Go on then. Go on! Pure theatre. Pure darts. Pure darts!
There is disappointing news from the Palace today, and of course that is Michael van Gerwen will not be competing in the competition anymore. He has tested positive for COVID.
Michael van Gerwen, Dave Chisnell and Vincent van der Voort were forced to withdraw due to COVID. MVG was out, but we still had some absolute classics as Michael Smith and Clayton went at it in round 4. Clayton would start well and go 2-0 up before Smith got back to 2-2, with both averaging over 100. Smith would win in a deciding set, and his reward was again the world number 1 Gerwyn Price. Could Price get revenge for his good friend Clayton? Well, Price struck perfection and was looking good at 2-1 up.
Wir kratzen das jetzt schon mal. Gerwyn Price, Achtung, 5. Wie mit dem Spiel zuvor. Triple 20. 8 perfekte. Doppel 12. 9 Data!
But Smith kept up his level to send the defending champion home in another deciding set.
Michael Smith. Der dritte Matchstart sitzt on Michaels.
Callum Ridds would push Peter Wright all the way and went 3-0 up in the quarter-final. But Wright stuck in and fought back to win the game in another deciding set, and that was our final. Peter Wright v Michael Smith. Wright started well for 1-0 and then took out 1-4-8 and 1-2-4 to go 2-0 up.
Moves up there. Peter Wright is dealing with the situation better at the minute. This 1-4-8 would really hurt. And there it is, Peter.
Still a chance. Well, you just know what he wants.
But after Wright missed darts for 3-1, Smith levelled the game. And at 5-4 down and 2-2, Wright went berserk, hitting 180 to set up winning the 10th set.
At tops.
He then went 6-5 up, and look at those averages for set 10, 11 and 12. Unplayable. Wright closed it out to win 7-5 for his second world title. An incredible year of darts, the year of Jonny Clayton, Fallon Sherrock and Peter Wright.
96k. One remains. And that.
A big thanks to Ross Cledden for being a Genius Darts member. If you want to support and have your name here, then press the join button down below. There's a lot of years to go, and this sort of appreciation really keeps me going. Thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.